Good morning, dear teachers. Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat and welcome to our 3-day program. Thank you for coming to this morning's orientation and opening program. Before we start po, we will have the Philippine National Anthem and a short prayer. So please stand by po, dear teachers.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang magiliw, telas ng sinananan, alam ng puso, sa dikit mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, kuya ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisigiw, sa nagagang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong pagaw, ay hinatang tulad, awit sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang islang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na naghihiling, ang bituin at araw niya kailan ang may di magtitingin. Luman ang araw ng walhaging pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang inigaya ng pagkay mga amin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Ang Panginoon ang aking pastor, hindi ako magugulang. Ako'y kanyang pinagpapahinga sa mainam niyang pastoran.
Again po, magandang umaga po sa atin, dear teachers. It's a beautiful Friday morning and a very nice way to start our 3-day webinar on science teaching. Thank you very much po for coming this morning for our very short opening and orientation program. By the way, I am Yumul-Florendo and I will be your webinar facilitator for the next 3 days. For this morning po, we have 2 tasks. Unang-una po is to introduce to you your learning service provider, which is i.LEAD, and of course, to give you an orientation on how our program will run until Sunday. So para po sa mga nasa nasa ating Zoom platform po this morning who are not yet in the Facebook group page, so kindly join po. The link to the FB group page was sent to your email together with the Zoom credentials for this program. And when you do so po, kindly indicate your full name, full registered name. Sometimes po our FB name is not the same as our registered name. So kindly respond to the entry questions. And your SDO po. Kung SDO Manila po ba tayo, Mati, Davao de Oro, or Davao Occidental so that we can easily trace your registration. Stand by lang po while we put up our presentation. Okay, we begin with an introduction of i.LEAD as your learning service provider, as your partner. i.LEAD is a non-stock, non-government organization whose founding members share the advocacy of spearheading reform in and through education. Coming from the various sectors of the academe themselves, founding members are well aware of the needs of teachers in the Philippines, especially in this crucial period where many of our teachers in the elementary and secondary levels need a reorientation and retooling to continue to become effective agents in the transformation of the Philippine educational system. As stakeholders in our nation's future through continuing education, i.LEAD recognizes the need to provide relevant and quality trainings and workshops for educators by tapping experts in the academe who share the same advocacy and vision of educational transformation. Founded in 2015, i.LEAD has conceptualized its lineup of activities by carefully studying the needs of educators vis-a-vis the new curricula in the elementary, secondary, and tertiary levels. Though many organizations have the same objectives and share the same vision, i.LEAD has its own pool of experts from various disciplines, and its offerings of webinars, seminars, workshops, and in the future conferences are products of careful and critical needs and systems analysis to ensure only the highest quality of service for its clientele. After all, we are all stakeholders in education as teachers, parents, and students, and we all stand to gain in transformation toward global competitiveness. Let me present to you our mission, vision, and core values. i.LEAD envisions itself as a catalyst for change by making accessible the best training and continuing professional development to teachers all over the Philippines. We are committed to designing the best programs, tapping the best resource persons to deliver quality programs for all our participants, and bringing high-quality in-service training to teachers in all levels. Our mission is, therefore, to uplift the quality of education by extending training and continuing professional development for all teachers, keeping in mind our core values of excellence, innovation, and commitment to the delivery of quality education. With this, i.LEAD continues its service to the nation. True to our commitment to excellence, in 2017, i.LEAD was accredited as a PRC CPD provider of programs for professional teachers. And since our accreditation, all our program offerings have been accredited. In 2020, i.LEAD has also been authorized as a DepEd NAIAP learning service provider. And since 2021, all our offerings have been recognized by DepEd NAIAP. In pursuit of our advocacy and as a way of giving back to the community, i.LEAD has successfully sponsored youth development projects in Ilocos Sur, where our head office is located. And this has been a model initiative picked up and sustained by the LGU of Kalimuyod. Let me present to you our roster of officers led by our president, Dr. Jonathan Florendo, who has been an educator for more than 20 years. Living his philosophy of lifelong learning, Professor Florendo earned his PhD in philosophy from the De La Salle University in 2020. Our vice president, Professor Ronald Tagawa, is the most experienced member of i.LEAD with more than 20 years of teaching experience in the prestigious HEIs north of Manila. He holds a doctorate in philosophy from the De La Salle University to cap his degrees earned. Professor Tagawa is known for his proactive stance in social and political issues, especially those involving education and labor. Our secretary, Ms. Maria Ila Yumul, is a passionate teacher, tutor, and mentor for young minds. Having been in the teaching profession for 15 years, she has taught in high school in the IB program, at the Xavier School in Green Hills, San Juan, at Xiamen International School in China, and now at Taichung International School in Taiwan. She's currently pursuing her master's in education major in biology at the University of the Philippines in Diliman, and also earned her Bachelor of Science major in biology from the Ateneo de Manila University. I'm the sitting treasurer of i.LEAD, and as I announced earlier, I will be your webinar facilitator for the next 3 days. I'm an accomplished educator, researcher, and faculty administrator at the University of the Philippines, Baguio. I'm also currently pursuing my PhD in Applied Linguistics at Lancaster University in the UK. As i.LEAD's treasurer, I am still actually actively engaged in research, conference presentation, and publication. I've headed the curricular review and revision of the graduate program of the College of Arts and Communication at UP Baguio, and also spearheaded extension programs for teachers north of Manila. Our auditor, Professor Ana Maria Socorro Coloma, is a prolific researcher and conference presenter in national and international fora. With more than 15 years of teaching experience in the tertiary level, Professor Coloma has put her education to good use by serving the Filipino people as an educator in the Tarlac State University. She's currently pursuing her doctorate in communication at the UP Open University. Let me present to you our organization's thrust. From 2015 to 2020, i.LEAD has held 25 face-to-face programs in Baguio City, Davao City, and Legazpi City. In 2021 alone, we have held 15 online programs, mostly catering to partner divisions, including Malolos, Zambales, Parañaque, Ifugao, Digos, Mati, Maykawayan, San Juan, to name a few. Our topics range from languages, which include the teaching of mother tongue, Filipino and English, humanities, social sciences, mathematics, science, educational management, and leadership, and of course, research. For our future directions, we aim to improve and diversify our program offerings, responding to and aligning with the thrust of DepEd NAYAP, to include managing schools under DRRM and learning continuity plans, teaching and undertaking research, action, educational, and applied research, humanities in the 21st century, language teaching and research, ICT for education, among others. Let me present to you our 7 DepEd NAYAP recognized programs, beginning with our Educational Management and Leadership Program, which is designed to train teacher participants as proactive, engaged, and empowered teacher administrators in the 21st century educational context. We also have a research program focusing on conducting distance research. The program is designed to provide teacher participants with relevant, innovative, and much-needed training in online research data gathering using qualitative, quantitative, and mixed methods. We have a language teaching program, and this is designed to address the need for a more aggressive retooling and training in the teaching of languages especially the teaching of English, Filipino, and the mother tongue to multilingual Filipino learners. We have a mathematics teaching program, which is designed to reskill and upskill teachers in the basic education with the know-how and technology capability to deliver effective mathematics education using the online platform, and to be complemented by the possibility of adapting these strategies for modular and face-to-face learning as well. And of course, our science teaching program, which we will be holding for all of you, dear teachers, for this weekend. The program is designed to enhance science teaching using available virtual tools, applications, and software in combination with time-tested classroom teaching methods. We have an inclusive education program, educating diverse learners and learners with special needs. And this is designed to address problems of learners who appear to be in the margins of class performance and learners with special needs. And finally, of course, we have the professional development program, focusing on using virtual scenarios to create effective learning. And this program is designed to equip and empower teacher participants to be technology and internet savvy educators who are able to create, adapt, and innovate virtual classrooms for different courses or subject areas. We also have programs in the works. We have the gender and development research, teaching the humanities and the social sciences, DRRM and planning for school settings, including learning continuity planning, and of course, programs for the non-teaching personnel. We now move on to the orientation proper so that you're prepared for what to expect for the next 3 days as you join our program. Again po, dun sa mga ka-join lang sa ating Zoom platform, isang magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. And welcome to this morning's opening and orientation program. Okay. So unang-una po sa lahat, nais ko pong i-welcome sa ating 3-day program ang ating teacher participants from our partner schools division offices. Beginning with, of course, SDO Davao de Oro, SDO Davao Occidental, SDO of Mati City, and of course, last but not the least, SDO of Manila. Welcome po to our special schedule for our science program. So let me begin po with a few reminders. First is that i.LEAD webinar workshops are NAEAP recognized and PRC CPD accredited. So participating in our programs require, unang-una po, attendance in all of our synchronous sessions, kagaya po nitong ating Zoom platform. Pangalawa po, accomplishment of our synchronous tasks and workshop outputs. Now, parehas po itong requirement ng NAEAP at ng PRC. Our synchronous sessions are held via the Zoom platform. Dito po tayo ngayon sa ating Zoom platform. So, I'm sure po that you were able to send us your divisions, were able to send us your correct email addresses where we sent the Zoom credentials. Get in touch with us in case you have technical problems, but it also helps to have someone with you who can help you with technical issues, especially when sessions are ongoing. Our synchronous sessions allow real-time interaction between the resource speaker and the participants. So you can ask questions using the chat box or during the open forum session. In the meantime po, we understand that there are also participants who have limited access to the internet and are using cellular data. So if you notice po, our sessions are being streamed via YouTube to our Facebook group page. So alternatively po, if hindi kaya ng ating internet yung Zoom, pwede po tayong mag-tune in via the YouTube link which is being streamed also live on the FB group page. Or kung hindi naman po, pwede nyo rin pong balikan yung mga recordings ng ating sessions dun din po sa ating FB group page. In case of power interruption or loss of internet access on your end, and the synchronous session may be accessed anytime via the YouTube video posted on the FB group page. So hindi po natin maiwasan, sometimes po biglang nawawala ng kuryente or nawawalan po tayo ng internet access, no worries po about this because you can always go back to the videos of all of the session, including our opening and orientation program na nakapost po yung mga videos na yon sa ating FB group page. Kaya mahalaga po that you are part of the FB group page. Now, in case naman po of power interruption or loss of internet access on the end of our speakers, although pinaghahandaan po natin ito, ayaw po nating mangyari ito, pero in case lang po na mangyari, a recorded video will be uploaded as soon as possible on YouTube and made available to all participants in order to complete the session. A few basic Zoom reminders. Unang-una po, kindly use your registered name as your Zoom profile so that you can be properly addressed by our resource speakers. So, in case po of interactions with our resource speakers, mainam po na ang ginagamit po nating profile ay ang ating registered name. So, to do that, you can click on participants, click on your profile, and click rename. Yung iba po kasi naka-default pa rin po sa cellphone brand nila or codes yung kanilang Zoom profile. So, maari lamang po napalitan natin ito. No? Click on participants po, your profile, and then rename. Palitan po natin. No? Lalong-lalo na po mamayang hapon pag nagsimula na po ang ating first session. Second reminder po is to keep your mic on mute during synchronous sessions in order not to disrupt the speaker and also your fellow participants. We have the technical team on standby. Sila po yung nagmamanually mute ng ating participants na accidentally napipindot po siguro yung unmute, so minumute po kayo manually. Turning the video on is optional. We understand that this slows down our internet. Pero kung kakayanin naman po, why not po para we have more engagement with our resource speakers. So later on po, after ng ating orientation program, I will ask you to briefly turn on your videos for a short documentation of your participation. So magpipicture po tayo per gallery. Chat box. The chat box is for comments and questions regarding the lecture, which will be read out by the facilitator to the resource speakers during the open forum or within the session po. Now, if you have individual concerns, kindly direct message po. Gamitin po natin yung direct message feature po to any of us in the technical team or sa akin po as your facilitator. Attire is casual in case you care to turn on the video and for group picture at the end of the synchronous session. We also have asynchronous sessions, and these refer to offline workshop activities that may be accomplished by pair, by group, or individually. And these sessions, yung ating pong asynchronous sessions ay approved hours din po, both by NAEAP and by PRC. So kasali po talaga siya sa ating program. Each webinar session has an accompanying task or workshop output to demonstrate the learning outcomes. And you are expected to accomplish and submit each one and all of these for the 4 sessions. These activities and workshop tasks will be posted on the FB group page for all of you. So ideally po, each task should be accomplished before the beginning of the next session. So isa po itong Word file, ang pangalan po nito ay assessment tool. Maya-maya po ipopost po natin ito bago magsimula ang ating first session. So don't worry about this yet po. Pag na-post po ito, i-download po natin, i-save po natin sa ating mga device. Huwag po tayong gumamit ng cellphone kasi po baka hindi po siya ma-download. Ang kailangan po ay i-download natin siya sa isang device, kagaya po ng laptop or tablet na meron pong Word application para po ma-download natin siya. At doon din rin po natin sasagutan yung ating mga assessment task. Let me give you an overview of our program. Day 1, this is day 1. So this is the morning session and we're having our orientation and opening. Our first session will begin at 1:30 in the afternoon, still via Zoom. Before session 1 po, i-disseminate na po natin yung ating asynchronous session task, yung ating pong assessment tool. So 1:30 po, Mamayang hapon, magre-resume po tayo after this morning's program para po sa ating first session. For day 2, whole day po tayo tomorrow. It's a Saturday. We have a morning and afternoon session. We open the Zoom at 8 with some reminders and instructions to entertain questions about the previous session. And then po yung session 2 naman natin will begin at 8:30 a.m. So yun po yung morning session. Para naman po sa afternoon session, we will begin at 1:30 in the afternoon, and that is already our session 3. So, kagaya po ng sinabi ko, day 2 is whole day. Whole day po tayo with both synchronous and asynchronous sessions. Kagaya po ng mga nakaraang session, you can join us via the Zoom platform or via YouTube posted on the FB group page. For both platforms po, you can post comments or questions to join the open forum. And we remind everyone to kindly make sure to accomplish all required workshop outputs. On day 3, Sunday, this is our last day. So don't worry po, half day lang po tayo on Sunday. Morning session lang po tayo. Again, we open the Zoom at 8 with some reminders, final reminders po, and to entertain questions and clarifications about the sessions held on day 2. Session 4, yun na po yung ating last synchronous session, will begin at 8:30 a.m. So again, like the previous sessions, you can tune in by joining us on the Zoom platform or by the YouTube link posted on our FB group page. And for both platforms, you can post questions or comments which will be read out by the facilitator in order to join the open forum. On the last day, you will be asked to collate all your activities and workshop tasks from sessions 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yun po yung sinasabi ko kanina na assessment tool na file. So, with that po, you will create one PDF file of all your workshop outputs using your name as your file name, and you will be asked to submit it through a submission bin, which we will post on the 3rd day. So, mamayang hapon po, pag ginawa po natin yung assessment number 1, hindi pa po yun isasubmit. Save lang po natin sa ating assessment tool file hanggang matapos po tayo ng session 4. After session 4, dun lamang po isasubmit yung ating assessment task. So, minsanan lang po yung submission natin and isang paraan lang po ang pagsasubmit through a submission bin so that your submission will be properly recorded. Also, on the last day, you will be asked to answer an evaluation tool for this webinar workshop. This is in the form of a Google link. No, Google form po siya. You can access it only once. So we kindly ask that you read the instructions carefully before answering. And accomplishment of this form is likewise required before we can send your certificates for this webinar. Now, regarding certificates naman po, no, since you are all registered by your SDOs, okay, certificate, you will receive the certificates of completion, attendance, and recognition. And this will all be sent to your respective division offices. So, hindi po individually isesend ito. So, maghintay po tayo ng abiso from our division offices kung kailan po available yung ating certificates. So, sila po ang magsasabi kung kailan natin pwedeng makuha yung ating certificates. Also, we enjoin everyone to become members of i.LEAD. i.LEAD is open to membership to all interested teacher participants for this program. This is optional po, hindi po ito required. We'll put up the membership link later on our FB group page. There is an annual membership fee of 300 and a lifetime membership fee of 1,000. We will prepare an ID and certificate of membership for all of those who would like to join us, and we will send it together with your certificate for this program. With that, dear teachers, we end our orientation and opening program. Please turn on po very briefly lang your video so that we can document your participation for this morning. So magga-gallery view po ako, and then I will move from one gallery to the next for documentation. Ayan. Good morning po, dear teachers. Okay. Okay, magsimula na po ako.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning po. Ayan, second gallery po tayo. Ayan, napakaganda po ng ngiti ng ating mga teachers. Ngiting nag-bonus na pala. Kaya po ganyan ang ngiti natin. Ayan. Ayan, good morning po sa ating lahat. Okay. Ayan, tapos na po. Na-screenshot ko na po yung ating mga galleries. Again po, thank you for attending this morning's orientation and opening program. So, magkita-kita po ulit tayo mamayang 1:30 p.m. for our first session. Thank you very much, dear teachers, and enjoy the rest of your morning.